In the wild, the eagle descends like an arrow from the open sky. Each descent is driven by vision, speed, and refined hunting instinct. A prey animal that hesitates for even a moment can lose its chance to escape. Even other predators remain cautious when the eagle commands the air. What makes the eagle one of the most formidable aerial hunters in the natural world? Eagles are apex birds of prey across many wild ecosystems. With more than 60 species worldwide, they inhabit high mountains, dense forests, and river regions. Sharp vision, powerful wings, and curved talons make them dominant aerial hunters. Each dive is not just about strength, but a precise combination of speed and calculation. In ecology, eagles also symbolize freedom, power, and natural balance. On sheer cliff faces, every step becomes a test of survival. Mountain goats are masters of rugged terrain, with split hooves that grip onto ledges only a few inches wide. Their sturdy bodies often weigh over 60 pounds, about 5 times the weight of an eagle, making full-grown individuals nearly untouchable. But for the eagle, the cliff is not a barrier. It becomes a testing ground for one that knows how to turn height into an advantage. From the cold air currents above, the bird of prey silently studies every movement below. It does not rush the descent, instead waiting for a missed step, a slight imbalance, or a young goat straying too far from its mother. When the moment arrives, the wings fold, and the body drops along the slope like a living arrow. With a precise approach, the eagle does not need to lift its target, but uses momentum to disrupt the footing of the young goat. Once balance is lost, the cliff no longer offers safety, but becomes an ally to the hunter. The encounter concludes as the eagle takes full command of the wild space through remarkable precision. Each successful strike provides energy that can last for days, making up for many missed attempts. In the high mountains, victory does not belong to the heavier one, but to the one that understands even the smallest mistake of its prey. In the South American rainforest, life does not unfold only on the ground, but across layers of towering trees. Weighing around 25 pounds, monkeys move like small shadows through the branches, using long arms, flexible tails, and quick reflexes to avoid danger. At that height, they have multiple escape routes, countless hiding spots, and the advantage of a group always ready to signal warnings. But above them, the harpy eagle reads movement in a different way. With vision about 5 times sharper than a human's, it does not chase chaos, but waits for a break in rhythm. When one individual becomes distracted and drifts from the group's alert pattern, its short, broad wings allow it to glide through tight gaps in the canopy. The descent is fast, controlled, and precise. Before any warning can spread, the harpy eagle takes control of the encounter with remarkable precision. But monkeys are not the only prey. With sloths, the hunt becomes slower, quieter, and almost completely silent. The harpy watches the slow-moving animal through layers of leaves, waiting for it to expose itself on an open branch. Even a small opening is enough for a single, accurate approach, followed by a return to the nest with a valuable source of food. Deep in the forest, the ruler of the sky is not just one that flies high, but one that can turn even the smallest opening into a chance for survival. In Africa, the martial eagle stands as a symbol of power from the sky. With a wingspan exceeding 8 feet and a weight close to 14 pounds, it possesses not only impressive strength, but also exceptional precision in observation. Across the open land, every current of wind and every small movement can become a signal for survival. Here, a herd of Thomson's gazelles moves constantly to maintain a safe distance. An adult can sprint at around 55 miles per hour, making any hunt a high-risk challenge. But within the formation, a young gazelle with an unsteady step falls slightly out of rhythm, and that fragile moment creates an opportunity. In a flash, the eagle folds its wings and dives at a sharp angle, cutting cleanly through the air. There is no official measure of force, but the pressure from the approach is enough to disrupt the young animal's stride. Yet the savanna always carries unpredictable variables. The mother rushes in to shield her offspring, trying to draw attention away, but the decisive moment has already passed. The eagle has chosen the exact angle of approach, the right target, and the perfect moment of disruption within the herd. As the grass still trembles, it lifts off with its result. On the savanna, intelligence lies in turning a fleeting second into victory. A fox is a small but highly cunning predator. An adult typically measures close to 2 feet in length, with sharp hearing, quick reflexes, and a habit of checking its surroundings before pausing. For many hunters, it is a difficult target to pin down by speed alone. For the eagle, this encounter demands strategy more than strength. The fox uses low brush, rock crevices, and small rises to break the line of sight from above. Instead of diving at first sight, the eagle maintains a wide circling pattern, staying within the air currents and waiting for the moment the fox leaves cover or becomes focused on movement below. When that opening appears, the descent comes in a clean line from the sky. A delay of even half a second allows the fox to slip into a crevice and move beyond reach. But if the approach angle is precise, the margin of safety disappears almost instantly. Across this rocky terrain, the eagle does not rely on speed alone. It uses patience, angle, and timing to turn a clever predator into the hunted. Across the dry grasslands and low thorn bushes of Africa, the brown snake eagle does not need display to create pressure. It often selects a quiet, high perch, observing the ground like a living map. For this species, every subtle track across the soil and every unusual stillness can signal an opportunity for survival. A venomous snake nearly 9 feet long is enough to turn any misstep into serious risk, as its neurotoxic venom can force a predator to pay a high price. But the brown snake eagle is built for this kind of encounter. To approach such dangerous prey, it relies on legs covered in thick scales, forming a natural layer of protection, along with a careful strategy of distance control. The eagle does not rush in. It tests reactions repeatedly, causing the snake to lose its advantage and struggle to maintain a defensive position. When the moment is right, the brown snake eagle delivers a decisive move. Its precision in controlling distance allows it to face danger while reducing risk. Over many hunts, a diet focused on snakes has shaped this eagle into a specialist of arid landscapes. Along rocky coastlines, some sea eagles take advantage of moments when sea snakes surface near the water or rest on warm rocks. The environment changes, but the principle remains the same. Read the movement before the opportunity disappears. This stands as clear evidence of the remarkable adaptability of eagles in the wild. A rabbit is a small but vital link in open grasslands. It feeds on young grass, moves constantly, and becomes a key food source for many predators. To survive, it relies on speeds of around 40 miles per hour, leaps close to 10 feet, and unpredictable changes in direction. From above, the eagle's amber eyes can detect a rabbit-sized target from several miles away. But seeing has never guaranteed success. Every low bush, small mound, and zigzag movement can disrupt the angle of descent. That is why the eagle must choose the right moment. When the opportunity opens, it folds its wings, drops in altitude, and dives along a short, direct path. The rabbit launches off the ground, shifting direction repeatedly, trying to hold on to its final margin of safety. Within seconds, reflexes and instinct converge on a single decisive point. With a success rate of under 30% when hunting rabbits, the eagle does not always prevail. This shows that the rabbit is far from defenseless. Across the grasslands, each encounter helps maintain the balance between predator and prey. The grasslands fall silent as the lion's burst of speed loses its perfect timing. One wrong angle turns the hunt into a moment where the prey pushes back against the lion. Horns, hooves, and defensive kicks begin to test the predator's advantage. As other predators move in, the lion's setback becomes even more tense. Can the ruler of the plains regain control before it is too late? Oryx is one of the most resilient antelope species in Africa's dry lands. A large individual can weigh nearly 500 pounds, tolerate intense heat, and move steadily across open sand. Its most intimidating feature is a pair of straight, sharp horns that can reach nearly 5 feet long. That natural defense can turn a hunt into a difficult test for any predator that comes too close. To a lion, the oryx is still a source of energy worth pursuing, but it is not easy prey to overpower. When two lions lower their bodies and move through the bushes to close the distance, the oryx usually does not panic. It keeps its front facing the danger, lowers its center of gravity, and waits for the right moment. As the lion moves in, the horns immediately point forward. The oryx may toss its head, turn its body, or step back in a short burst to disrupt the attack. The predator's formation slips off balance, and their overwhelming advantage begins to break. On the savanna, hunting instinct alone is not enough. Experience and discipline decide who keeps control. Unlike hyenas, the longtime rivals that often compete directly with lions over food, African wild dogs create pressure through speed, discipline, and coordination. Each individual weighs only around 80 pounds, but the entire pack creates astonishing and sustained pressure. They compete with lions across the same territory, the same food sources, and the same familiar hunting routes. A pack of wild dogs can travel dozens of miles each day, following targets with endurance and constantly shifting formation. What makes this species famous is its remarkable hunting efficiency. In many areas, African wild dogs can reach a success rate of around 80%. That effectiveness is one reason lions often see them as rivals to push away from hunting grounds. For wild dogs, the pressure does not only come from losing food, but also from the risk of a lion suddenly closing in. When a male lion appears, its muscular weight immediately changes the balance. It can take over the food, break the formation, and force the wild dog pack to scatter. Younger individuals, slower ones, or those standing away from the group are often the first to face disadvantage. In response, wild dogs do not choose to fight through individual strength. The lead individual guides the group to change direction, maintain distance, and draw the lion into exhausting feints before leaving the danger zone, especially when pups are present. If a lone lioness moves too close to the den, the entire pack may work together to apply pressure from several sides. Not out of recklessness, but to force the intruder to step back. On the savannah, discipline can sometimes be more intimidating than strength. Across the open grasslands of Africa, the impala appears as a symbol of speed and reflex. Its compact body, long legs, ability to sprint at nearly 50 miles per hour, and leaps of more than 9 feet help it escape many dangerous moments. It does not have the large horns of an oryx or the heavy build of a wildebeest. Instead, the impala survives through agility, sharp eyesight, and the ability to change direction in an instant. For lions, the impala is a potential target because of its moderate size and its frequent presence near herds and waterholes. But that same familiarity makes it constantly alert. A lion must blend into tall grass, tree shadows, and every patch of cover to close the distance before launching a sudden burst forward. Not every ambush succeeds. Beside a waterhole, even a carefully timed pounce can miss its line when an impala changes direction along the muddy edge. In another moment, a lion may begin its sprint from too far away. Just one step behind, it is left trailing as the impala spreads out and disappears into the landscape. Lion hunts often succeed less than 30% of the time, depending on terrain and hunting strategy. Against an adult impala, the chance becomes even slimmer. Young, inexperienced, or isolated individuals are more likely to be overwhelmed. On the savannah, failure is sometimes the price of speed and patience. Before the roar is heard, the savannah often falls into an unusual silence. Sometimes, the first sign is a herd of wildebeest suddenly changing direction, while faint lion silhouettes appear behind the golden grass. The wildebeest is large, powerful, and difficult to control. Weighing around 600 pounds, it can sprint at nearly 50 miles per hour when pressured. Its curved horns help maintain distance from predators. The lions understand that strength alone is not enough. The pride must read the wind, lower their bodies, and advance step by step in silence. Their target is often an individual that is slower, inexperienced, weakened, or separated from the herd. Once the distance closes, the chase begins suddenly. One lion applies pressure from behind, while another cuts off the flank, forcing the wildebeest to search for an escape route within seconds. But if the prey maintains its rhythm, changes direction at the right moment, and avoids isolation, the trap can collapse. Even moments at the water's edge can become dangerous. Yet for a sable antelope weighing nearly 500 pounds, the shoreline may also become a defensive position. It turns its body, lowers its horns, and blocks the lioness's angle of approach. Just one small mistake can shift the advantage completely. On land, the lion is a symbol of strength and control. But along the riverbanks of Africa, that balance can change within just a few steps. The crocodile does not need to display power. With a body weighing more than 1,000 pounds and powerful jaws built for a firm grip, it turns murky water into near-perfect camouflage for a sudden move. The relationship between these two species is not a constant rivalry, but a meeting of two territories. Lions rule the grasslands, while crocodiles dominate river channels, muddy banks, and shallow crossings. When a lion pride needs to cross a river or move down to drink, the line of safety begins to fade. On the savannah, a lion can sprint at nearly 50 miles per hour over a short distance. But once it steps into the water, that speed is slowed by mud and current. Each footstep sends vibrations across the surface. Below, the crocodile remains still like an ancient shadow, waiting for the signal to come close enough for instinct to rise. A sudden rush from the water's edge can force a lion to recoil and quickly return to solid ground. It is not only a lone individual that faces risk. A young cub trailing behind the pride can also be the most vulnerable link. On the shore, the lion is power. In the water, it must respect the cold silence of the swamp. The animal that often makes lions cautious on the savannah is not always a larger rival, but the spotted hyena. An adult can weigh nearly 200 pounds, but its true strength lies in the clan. Hyenas survive through discipline, territorial memory, and the ability to call in others quickly. When two predators share the same land and food sources, conflict becomes almost unavoidable. Hyenas do not simply wait for what remains after a hunt. They are effective hunters, capable of coordination, angled movement, and pressure through numbers. With jaw strength measured at more than 1,000 pounds per square inch, they become formidable rivals. When the clan is large enough, even a young male lion can be forced into a difficult position. They do not rush in with chaos. The hyenas spread out, move closer step by step, and wear down their opponent through constant calls and shifting formations. Because of this, a lion's meal is rarely peaceful. When lionesses have just completed a successful chase, hyena silhouettes may already appear at the edge of the open ground. Calls rise, numbers grow quickly, and the pressure tightens. In these contests, the advantage often belongs to the side with greater numbers, stronger persistence, and better formation. But when a fully grown male lion charges forward, the balance can shift in an instant. Nature does not grant a crown forever to any species. Even the king of the savannah must sometimes pay the price. After the encounter, the ground returns to stillness as if nothing had changed. But for the prey, the sky is no longer an empty, harmless space. The eagle demonstrates that true power lies in choosing the right moment. In the wild, survival depends not only on speed, but on seeing in the right direction. Like and subscribe for more remarkable moments from the natural world.